Perfect. I am ready
All
to go.
right. So, hey, welcome, Bill. Thanks for joining me.
It is a pleasure to be here. Hi, how you doing?
Doing good. So, yeah, we're really excited. We've got our upcoming Become event, October 25th, 6th, and 7th.
I am
And
really sorry. I'm so excited. I've got to interrupt you. I'm really excited for this event because it's a unique event. There's so many conferences that are just general, this and that and the other. This is very unique. It's very focused on the individual and empowering oneself to become whatever that is for them. So I'm really excited. Now go ahead and say what you were going to say.
no, I'm just super stoked to have you. We have 6 other presenters from all over the U.S. coming to teach on what a lot of people hide from. And I believe that one of my missions, because I've went through pornography struggles, video game addiction, suicidal thoughts, depression, is to stop hiding and teach people to unveil some of the hidden sources that create these symptoms, and that we don't have to label ourselves and become a victim to the circumstance. So
Yeah, I get that. There's so much shame involved with even having thoughts of I might want to hurt myself or I'm depressed. Or I have an addiction to whatever that is. There's so much shame that we just hide. And when we hide, there's darkness in the hiding. We need to bring light into our lives. And it's the light that empowers us. So I love that.
absolutely. And I've got my little girls here. I'm watching them right now. But yeah, I wanted to bring you on to share a little bit of your journey, some of the tools and techniques you'll be teaching at this class. And I'm going to go grab my little girl while you chat for a minute.
You bet. Absolutely.
So yeah, if you can just teach a little bit about kind of your message, and you've even helped me overcome some of these things on my journey as an entrepreneur. And so it's a pleasure to have you. And now we live close by. I'm just down below in Harriman now.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked to have you. And go ahead and share a little bit about your message, what you'll be sharing at this event, and just some of the tips to give to the listeners today.
Perfect. All right, great. Well, the first thing I've got to say is I am honored to be invited to a conference of this nature. And also, I'm so impressed with the caliber of the other presenters at this conference. I'm so impressed with Tyler, with his wife, and the lives that they are changing. So it's a pleasure to be part of this. What I want to share, and my message, my topic that I'm going to share at this conference is become 100% yourself. It's about being totally there. So when we go through some experiences in life that are unresolved conflicts, such as abuse, abandonment, loss, betrayal, any type of a traumatic event that we go through in our life, if we don't completely heal from and process through that event, it can be an energy leak where we just drain off energy into the past the whole time. And we need to be 100% in the present. And if we have unresolved conflicts from the past, we're losing energy. We've got a lot of energy leaks to the past. And in my energy medicine practice, I work a lot with people to resolve these kind of things. One of the big things that people come to me is from abuse or coming from a dysfunctional family. And these lead to addictions a lot of times because people don't, in their formative years, they don't get proper nurturing love. And so they get a twisted or warped view in their subconscious programming of what love is. And those addictions feel that need in a twisted way for love. And when you heal the source, when you heal that at the source, then the person understands and feels what authentic and inauthentic love is, and they're drawn to the right things. And that's just one thing. It can be depression, suicidal thoughts. There's so much, it's almost an epidemic now with these thoughts of dying and death. And if
Bill, can I?
Energy leaks from the past, yes.
Yeah. So, and in my experience, even if someone hasn't been technically through a traumatic event of something that happened that they remember, they're aware of, a lot of times people having good lives just because of all the expectations they've had. And if they've created these things where it's like, here's the standard of living and I always fall short, that can create a traumatic energy.
It is a traumatic. People don't see that as that. It's that constant sense of I failure. I'm not good enough. I can't make it. I'm not good enough. There's something fundamentally wrong with me. We don't see it as a trauma, but it is, because that message is being given to you, or you're giving it to yourself every single day. I don't matter. I'm not enough. And that is, that's more traumatic than maybe a sudden death of a loved one or whatever. It can be over time the cumulative effect. But as I've worked with people to overcome these things, I've found that one of the hardest things they struggle with is actually letting go. I've seen people through years and years of therapy, and I'll say, well, where's your forgiveness for this person or this situation? Oh, I'm good. And then I would ask them, tell me a little bit about it. Just talk to me about how you feel about that person. Pretty soon they're crying, or they're very upset, or they're angry. I'm like, you're not done forgiving. You're not done healing. You've got to heal that pain. As long as you're carrying that pain, you're not to the deepest levels of freedom that you can achieve. And with that, I developed over time a series of steps that people can take to forgive. And it was so unique, and it got so great results that I knew I had to write a book. Several people requested that I write a book, and I did write this book, Shine a Light Within, 5 Steps to Lighten Your Soul Through Forgiveness. And in this book, I go through the 5 steps where I could take a client, if I sit down with them personally, in an hour, they can let go of whatever anchor they've been dragging with them through life. It's outlined in this book really well, and I'm going to share in the class, not only to help people identify where they are losing their personal energy, where they're stuck in the past. And I'm going to share with them some techniques and tips as how to forgive and let go and be free. Because then they have all of their energy with them in the now, in the here and now, to become I am, instead of I used to be or I was, to become in the present. So,
and one thing to add to that, Bill, is that, some of the things that it affects, because a lot of people don't value the importance of fixing the leaks. Even in my personal life, before I became a speaker and a coach, I struggled a lot with finances. I struggled a lot with relationships. I struggled a lot with just self-confidence. And I'd set a goal and I'd go for it, and I'd self-sabotage. I'd waste time. I'd procrastinate. And people don't realize that that's not normal. Like, I think people set the standard of normal as, oh, I feel depressed. I'm not living my mission. I can't do things like I want to. And that is not acceptable. And so to heal some of these gaps and understand them is life-changing. And it's been such a blessing in my life to fix a lot of these things. Not fix, but be able to find them and resolve them and forgive them. And I know for you and your story and with your wife, and it's made a huge difference, and for so many of our clients. So I'm just really excited for people to actually come and experience a full immersion experience on overcoming these symptoms and mastering themselves, so that they can truly unlock some energy that they have no idea that is even there. More energy, more freedom. It's ridiculous. Once people start to go through this, they're like, I'm coming alive. Like, I had no idea I had this much energy. I had no idea I could go create this much money. I had no idea I could go have these relationships.
Yeah. That's a big thing. People, have read that book, The Secret, and all these things about manifesting and the law of attraction. And like, why doesn't that work for me? It's because they're going in 2 different directions between their conscious mind and their subconscious mind. All their programming is going backwards from the subconscious mind, and their mindset, they get up and they say, it's going to be a great day. I am happy. I attract money to me. And the little voices in the bottom are going, you are a liar, you suck, you can't do it, you're never going to measure up. And they're going in two different directions. And so this conference is absolutely going to change lives. You're going to figure out where you're self-sabotaging. And my message is just a piece of the puzzle. There's going to be some amazing people there. One thing I am going to share with you as an extra bonus in my class is a revolutionary processing and healing technique that was personally given to me as I was going through the final writing of this book, getting it ready to go. I was praying how to help a client with a particular problem. And I was praying and asking, what can I do to help this client? Because they were really struggling. And in an instant, I knew exactly what to do. I just knew this whole process. It's very simple. You go through it once, and as I lead you through that in the class, you'll be able to use this process over and over and over again. Whether it's an attraction to, if you got a sugar addiction, whether it's a hurtful experience from the past, you focus on that while you're going through this process, and it's just amazing what you can do. But you're going to need to bring two things with you to the class, okay? So I've got them over here. You're going to need one of these, a brain. It doesn't need to be a plastic one. You can bring the one in your head, and you need your heart. And it doesn't have to be a wooden heart either. But with your brain and your heart, I call this the soul cleansing method. And it's a matter of visualizing cleaning and healing your heart and your brain. And I will lead you through the details of it, but it is amazing. It'll change lives. So I'm really excited for this. Thank you, Tyler, for the opportunity to come and share my message with this wonderful group of people. So if you're considering come, absolutely come. This is a unique, one-of-a-kind conference, and it will really help you cut the tethers of what's holding you down so that you can soar and become who you were meant to be.
And thanks so much, Bill. And yeah, it'll be amazing. We have people from all over the U.S. coming to present and on these topics as overcoming suicide, overcoming depression, overcoming addiction habits, and how to really communicate with your family. Because that was my big thing, is not knowing how to communicate. And that is huge. So learn how to communicate with self, with others, with your higher power. And if you want to get a link, that's beautiful, Bill. If you want to get a link, we're going to be emailing this. So you just check your email and you should have a link. And then Bill's got a promo code for you so you don't even have to make a huge financial sacrifice. This is a time commitment and an energy commitment. So you've got to choose to commit to bring your brain, bring your heart, bring your full energy, because I believe lives can be changed within an hour, within a day, within a weekend. And it doesn't have to take 40 years.
Absolutely. This is something where you don't just come and sit and be entertained. It's your whole heart, mind, and soul. And it's all about you. You're investing in yourself. Absolutely.
Awesome. So we'll call that, and we look forward to having